States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Meeting's called to order. Pledge allegiance. Any public comment? There's no one there, so. Okay, consent calendar. Oh, okay. But are there any questions on the minutes? Or? Okay. Do I have a motion on the consent calendar? Sure.
4F and 4D is actually Gayati Bridgeview LLC.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all.
Okay.
Is that the same entity that's involved in litigation?
No,
Different?
Gayati Bridgeview LLC.
Yeah, Bridgeview.
Bridgeview?
Okay. If there's no questions.
Okay, I move that we accept the minutes as written with that correction of the Bridgeview on 4F.
I was thinking of the whole consent calendar.
I was talking about the minutes. Okay, so that's the minutes?
That's
sorry.
the first part of consent.
Sorry about that. I move that we approve the consent calendar as written.
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye.
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 All opposed, no. Okay, now 5 hearings, and we have some changes in that.
Yes, Mike Austin for the Madera County Assessor's Office. In regards to Mohinder and Kirandeep Sivkan, that is a large apartment complex here in town, and after myself and the tax agent got together and they sent me some data, some information, and I've developed a value. It exceeds what we have in tax enrolled, and so the tax agent withdrew the application. And so I'd like to have you folks accept the withdrawal for 5A and 5B. It's the same folks, and they filed the same withdrawal on 12/6/2017.
What's the approximate value, can I ask?
The taxable value is $4.7 million. It's actually 2 parcels. One is about $2.8 million. The other one's like $1.6 million or something. Here, I can get you the exact numbers. Hold on. The total is $4.7 million in total.
That's our assessed value.
That's our assessed value. Yeah.
What's the applicant's consideration? What is saying?
What does he think it was worth?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. He thinks the parcels are worth $1.6 million and $1.2 million. So you're talking what?
2.8.
2.8 or whatever, almost 2.9, and we have it enrolled for 4.7. And if we do a income approach, direct capitalization approach, I come up with $5.4 million. As soon as I related that to the taxpayer, then they withdrew.
Okay, so they would like to come in, or they just like to continue it, or what they want?
Oh no, they're withdrawal. They
withdraw. So they're accepting our.
They're accepting what's enrolled in tax law.
Okay, well, I saw here to continue hearings. So I thought maybe they want to continue.
They were going to continue it, and then because we continually working on these things all the time, and so if I get a withdrawal that we're working on, hey, I'm going to take it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. Okay.
This one and this one.
So this one, okay. So that's a win-win situation?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, this information that I sent to the taxpayer was dated December 4th, 2017. So, we continually working on these things all the time, and they withdrew after they found out that the value is lower than
Oh, okay.
Any other questions?
No?
No, so that's 5A and 5B, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I make a motion for item 5A, 3 to 5.6, and 5B, 3 to 5.7, that we accept the withdrawal.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, item 5C, continuance for hearing for item 3261, hearing for Madera Power LLC, 16R036.
Again, Mike Austin for the Assessor's Office, Madera County. In regards to Madera Power LLC, as a matter of fact, we had one of the owners in and the tax agent in. He's also their engineer. In regards to this account, basically, they have not filed their business property statements for literally years. And so actually finding out that they closed the plant down about 6 or 7 years ago, we just continued the same value. And so I'm currently doing an audit to make sure that, first off, it has been closed down and there's no revenue in the last 4 or 5 years. I can only go back 4 years. I'd like to be able to go back to 7 or 8, but I can't by law, statute of limitations, R&T Code Section 532. So what we're doing is we're talking to each other, and basically one of the biggest issues is, okay, what's the value of a plant that is shut down that has to be removed from the property? Okay, and so they got an estimate to remove the plant. We have it valued at $10 million. They got an estimate basically just to take it down because it's not worth anything, because they used to burn agricultural waste, okay, and that was how they generated electricity, okay. Well, that was fine and dandy, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, but what's happened is with solar and with wind energy, okay, the costs have gone down to roughly about 5 cents a kilowatt hour, okay. Well, they can't compete against that because it costs them almost 60 cents just to generate, kilowatt hour. So they can't compete. And so that's how come they closed down, but they didn't tell us. And so we're working with them. And now what we have to do is we have to figure out the value of the land, assuming that this plant is removed. And so then what we do is we say, okay, here's the value of the land, cost of removal, and that's what the remaining balance would be. We're pretty close. We're within, a couple $100,000 right now. But we're trying to get all the paperwork ready and that type of stuff, so it takes time. And so we'd ask for a postponement of 30 days. I think I can get it all wrapped up in 30 days. Get your stipulation, and I'll go ahead and fix the prior years, and these folks will be taken care of.
Any questions?
No. I move that we continue the Madera Power LLC 16R036 to the January meeting.
I second that.
I second it.
I
second it.
It's okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Nay? Okay. No. Motion's carried. Okay. Hearing for item number 5D, number 3265, hearing for Rent-A-Center, Inc., number 16R063, and
Yes, Mike Austin. Mike Austin, appearing for the assessor's office. In regards to this, this is Rent-A-Center, and I assume you know that what they do is they rent out electronics, computers, TVs, furniture, and that type of stuff. And what they filed the appeal on was they believed that we had a life on their property that was basically too high and would not give them enough depreciation. After we showed them what the BOE has for this type of property and what we had, we showed them the calculations, then they withdrew. So, and we want you guys to uphold our the withdrawal that they filed 12/6/2017.
Any questions?
Where is this located at?
Country Club, is that?
Country Club Drive.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but that's a rented property. They don't own the property.
No, they don't own the property. They rent, and then they rent out their products that's inside the store.
Correct.
To me or whoever they rent it out to.
It's the equipment that they're renting out.
So the assessment is on the equipment. It's
we
not
only assess
not the
value
real
of
property.
Matter of fact, we only assess the value on the equipment that's out on lease as of January 1st, 2016. What happens is in these kind of businesses, let's say they have an inventory that's on their floor, let's say it's $500,000, okay, and let's say they have $300,000 out on lease. We can only assess it for $300,000. Okay, we can't assess that full $500,000 plus the $300,000 because by law, if it's available for lease or for rent or for sale, it's inventory exclusion. We can't assess it. And in this case, they reported whatever was out on lease, and they thought that we were giving them too high, not a high enough depreciation, too high of a life table. And after we showed them the stable equalization life tables, they was okay with it. Show them the calculations.
So we agree like what, 300,000?
No, it's 508,750.
They're just requesting the withdrawal.
To withdraw that.
Yeah, this is a withdrawal. They want to withdraw.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I move that we withdraw the Rent-A-Center, Inc., number 16R063, per applicant's request.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion's carried. Okay. Stipulation of assessed value, item number 613260, consideration of approval of stipulation of assessed value for Adrian Street to Riverside LLC, number 616R033, for a total assessed value of $920,000.
I just wanted to make a quick note that your clerk, not being perfect, made a slight error, and it should have been numbered 6A and 6B.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's still legal.
Okay.
I thought you were incapable of errors. Okay, that item number 6A then.
Okay, Mike Austin for the Assessor's Office in Madera County. In regards to Adrian Street to Riverside LLC, we calculated a value of $920,000 for this property, and I think it's been appealed the last couple of years. It's a RV park in Oakhurst. But one of the biggest problems with this RV park and Oakhurst in particular is that the cost for their sewer costs and that type is higher than normal. And so basically and it's been going up the last couple of years. And so what we've done is we've allowed them extra expenses on their income approach to value, because it's abnormal for an RV park to pay that kind of utility charges. And so we felt that it was reasonable to lower the value based upon the increased costs that they have to incur to actually keep operating. So we lowered the value. We calculated a value of $920,000, and we want you to uphold our stipulated value.
So that is $150,000 for the land, $750,000 for structures, and the personal property of $20,000. Is that correct?
Yes, for a total of $920,000. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I go ahead and move that we consider the stipulated value for the Adrian Street to Riverside LLC 16R033 for the total value of $920,000. Approved, yeah. Consider the approval.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay. Item number 6B, consideration of approval of stipulation of assessed value for Daiichi Grove Senior Mobile Home Park LLC, item number 16R038 for a total assessed value of $2,260,520.
Mike Lawson for the Assessor's Office, Madera County. In regards to Daiichi Grove Senior Mobile Home Park LLC, we have been tracking this mobile home park for the last 6 years. What happened back in 2010, these folks doubled the size of their mobile home park, and we put a value of $5 million on the property. And the next year, they came to us and said, that's not right, because they didn't rent any of those brand new mobile home pads. And so if you take out half of the revenue, then basically you get a value that's roughly half of what it should be. And in the last 6 years, we've been lowering the value every year because of that. Even to this day, they still have not rented even one of those mobile home pads. And since it's a commercial properties, and they have to tell us that they haven't rented any of them, and so I would imagine at some point in time they should start renting some of them, but they haven't yet. And so every year we review it, make sure that they're not adding any revenue, and then we'll lower the value.
Is there just no demand for those?
What's that?
Is there just no demand for those spaces?
You know, the thing is it's it's a difficult entrance, okay? And these are all seniors in the first place. And so, and it's a little bit further away from the town proper. And so, if you had choices, that would probably be your last choice, to rent a mobile home for an older couple that, you know, maybe doesn't get around that well, or doesn't have a car, or whatever it may be. And so, we feel that the $2.2 million is reasonable.
Okay. And that's $1 million for land, $1,250,000 for structural improvement, $4,960 for the fixtures, and personal property of $5,560.
Yeah, for a total value of $2,260,520, and we'd like you to uphold our stipulated value.
Okay, I move that we uphold the value that is stated for the Tachi Grove Senior Mobile Home LLC 16R038 for the total value of $2,260,520.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion's carried. Okay. Now, matter 7A, update and consideration of approval to continue hearings for Constellation Brands U.S. Operations, Inc. To March 1st, 2018, by mutual request of applicant assessors for all outstanding appeals from 1995 through 2015.
My question for the assessor's office, as you folks are aware, we have been in litigation with Canandaigua Wine Company since 1994, and we've been in Superior Court, we've been to Appellate Court, and the State Supreme Court, let's say about 2 years ago. And they went back into court, and basically they went back to Superior Court, went back to the Appellate Court, and we just got a decision from the Appellate Court that basically upheld the assessor's value back in 1994 at roughly $73 million and some change. And so the taxpayer has now asked the State Supreme Court to review the decision of the Appellate Court, and it would be premature for these folks to come in here and discuss these issues until they've exhausted all of their court challenges and that type of stuff. And so in your packet, you should have a letter from our attorneys, Coda, Coe, and Huber, from Carolyn Frank and Troy Van Dongen, the Canandaigua Wine Company's attorney, Troy Van Dongen, Whiston and Strawn. Both of them have signed this letter that basically would like to continue this hearing until March 2018. As you can recall, we have been trying to talk with these folks at least once a year to discuss, what's going on, all that stuff. And so they want to postpone it to March 2018. We agree because until the State Supreme Court decides if they're going to hear it or not, we're in a holding pattern. And that's what we're going to do. And that's why we want to basically continue it until March 2018. Closer to we get is March, depending on what the State Supreme Court does, I'll know more probably in February, how's it going. And I'll give you an update in March in regards to this account. I'm watching it pretty close because the State Supreme Court could come out with a decision like tomorrow. Okay. And so I'm just watching to make sure that I don't miss anything. As soon as that happens, then we'll talk with the Canandaigua, their attorneys, and our attorneys, and we'll try to figure out what we want to do from here on. Because as you know, we have 23 years of appeal hearings that we have to deal with. That can take some time. And so we're trying to do everything we can to keep everyone informed.
All right. Yeah. No. Sounds good to me. We finally get into the light end of the tunnel there.
Let's hope.
Okay. I move that we grant the request to move the Constellation Brand U.S. Operations, Inc. to the March calendar.
Okay, I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The motion's carried. Okay, item 7B, number 3568, discussion and reorganization. Okay. discussion of reorganization.
So I supplied each of you the emailed response of each of the 5 members, and then provided also just a little snapshot of what what the emails say for you to make that decision.
Well, I could be backup since I haven't had a backup for a while, so if you want to put me on alternate. Oh, okay. Looking at.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We've got too many primaries, so one of us has to.
Yeah, I guess I could.
No, I said I'll take this.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, John Minnie said he's willing to be either, depending on what the 3 or 4 others decide. And also, he is open to either being the chairman or the pro tem, but he would rather not be either of chairman or pro tem. But he is.
If he wanted to be chairman, he could.
And then Pete Najjar just requested that he stay on primary, as did you and Betty. And John Reed wishes to remain as an alternate only.
It seems that we only have John Minnie as chair. I move that we nominate him as chair, and Robert Rowe as pro team and a primary, and Pete continue on as a primary. What do you think? Yeah, we'll take that. Oh.
You proposing, who will be the chair?
John Minnie.
Okay. So you would be the pro tem means co-chair?
No,
right, if he's not making it.
If replacement, it's like vice president, if John isn't there.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I second that.
You're good with that? Good.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. The motion is carried.
Give me a break.
Yeah. And then I'll take the break.
Okay.
Okay, consider approval of meeting schedule. Okay. Okay, is that?
On 7C, are we talking about the scheduling for the 2018?
Yes.
We're doing it the same as normal, isn't it, the first Thursday?
Yeah, there is no change. It's the typical schedule that we do annually, with the July and August removed from the calendar.
To accommodate our assessor over here.
Yes.
I
don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
When are we going to get a new guy so we don't have to worry about it?
I don't know about that one.
I kind of like it.
Do we need a?
The clerk's office likes it too.
Is there need to be a motion on that item?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have?
I move that we approve the Assess Appeals Board for the 2018 as normally written.
No, this is our meeting. We already did 7B.
I'm doing 7C.
Oh, okay.
The Assessment Appeal Boards to be scheduled as normal.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion's carried. Any staff reports or agenda requests?
There's no staff reports from the assessor's office. We do appreciate you folks, and we continue to strive to resolve most of these appeals when we can. With us, Merry Christmas, everybody. If I don't see you until January.
So I do have one little report to give.
Okay.
The Board of Supervisors chambers will be updating their audio and video and the equipment up at your dais. So our board chambers will be closed. I don't know the exact dates yet, but it's a pretty good chance that February's board meeting or assessment appeals meeting will have to be held at a different venue. It may be here and on a different floor. It may be across the way at the city. I don't have that information yet. We're still looking to get a definitive answer on that. But right now we're waiting for the vendor to let us know when they're going to start work so that we can plan. So we may just be February. We might have to do February and March in another location. But I'm pretty sure we'll be fine for January 4th.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the new members will be starting January 1st, January 2018.
January, 4th.
So, okay, January 4th.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to come.
Nope. I will mail you your check.
Can I have a motion for adjournment?
I move that we close and we adjourn this meeting.
Okay, I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion's carried. 11:25.